Alrighty, hey everybody. If this is working, is it working? Yeah, it looks like it's working. Let me check my sounds. Sorry, you gotta look at my face today. Yeah, this is working. So, we're trying something different today. Tabletop RPG solo scenario, Alone Against the Wendigo. Here's my copy of the book. Yeah, you can see it. Oops, wrong direction. Alone Against the Wendigo. I wonder why that's doing that. I guess this is not a mirror image. Um, so I got this in October. Here, let me check. Of 2022 for a pretty good price. Actually, let's start commercial if we can, so that we can go without one for a little bit here. We have to see if it actually is going to work. Initiating 40-second commercial break. Nothing. Nothing happens. Okay. All right. I don't know. There they go. There they go. Right down there. All right. So, Alone Against the Wendigo is a solitaire adventure in Canada's wilds. Now, these solo adventures, a whole lot of them weren't made. This one was made in 1992. I've actually got a printout here with some information on it. It is subtitled Solitaire Adventure in Canada's Wilds. It was published by Chaosium. Oh, no, I'm sorry, I was mistaken. Not 92, 1985. For Call of Cthulhu, second edition. Um, I decided that if we're going to do this solo thing, that I would go ahead and start with some of my old ones. And Alone Against the Wendigo, as far as I can tell, is the oldest. I have a list here of the others somewhere. Yeah, I never did do a commercial, so as far as I can tell. All right. So Alone Against the Wendigo was 1985, followed by Alone Against the Dark. Then next, there were two that were not made by Chaosium. Alone on Halloween was by, you know what? I don't remember. Pagan Publishing. And Grimrock Isle, which I can't remember who published that either. Those were both 1992, and the next ones that came out were Alone Against the Flames in 2015, Alone Against the Dark in 2017, which is the same as Alone Against the Wendigo, Alone Against the Frost in 2019, and Alone Against the Tide in 2020. Yeah, Alone Against the Frost is, I believe, the same as Alone Against the Wendigo, but updated for 7th edition. This is made for 2nd edition Call of Cthulhu rules. We're not going to read about what it's about. Publication history. Let's see. Call of Cthulhu was originally published in 81. Yeah, here we go. Alone Against the Wendigo, published in 1985, was the game's first solo adventure. A 68-page softcover book with a removable cardstock insert designed by Glenn Rahman, with contributions by Jeff Okamoto and artwork by Dan Day, David Day, and Tom Sullivan. Who wrote this? Um, Written by Glenn Rahman. It's the first solo. It is the first Call of Cthulhu solo adventure published. And I'm not going to read about the plot. Um, it was quickly followed by Alone Against the Dark, also in 1985. 20 years after the initial publication, Alone Against the Wendigo was rewritten and updated to the 7th edition Call of Cthulhu rules by Gavin Inglis, with interior artwork by Albert Bierstadt, Quinn Dombrowski, Ngara, Gavin Inglis, Caleb Kimborough, Alfred Pearson, and William Warby, and cover art by Peter Stovic. It was retitled Alone Against the Frost. Um, its reception, we probably don't need it. There's been reviews in White Dwarf magazine in 1986 and Adventurer magazine in 1986. Um, oh gosh. Two failed skill rolls could result in death of the whole party by the fourth paragraph. Okay, so, and we're starting this right from the beginning. I have kind of skimmed over. I also have pulled out the reprint of the 2nd edition Call of Cthulhu rules, as they are somewhat different from the they're obviously different from the present day one, but the box set that I have turns out I have a box set almost identical to this, but it's the third edition rules, which are actually the main rule book is broken into the keeper's rule book and the player's rule book, or keeper's rule book and a player's book. And just in case there's some reference in here to something in second edition, I can take a look. I've already looked up the rules. I've skimmed them again, and turns out there's a very very short chart that you can use for temporary insanity, but it's listed under indefinite insanity. So we're going to see what happens. I also printed out the character sheet, which is incomplete. The guy that sold me this, I love him. The book is in very good condition. I mean, there's some problems, but it's nothing major. He put it in plastic. He put a backing sheet on it and everything, and it was very very well done. Smells good. So here we go with Alone Against the Wendigo. We're going to see how this goes. We're going to see if anybody really has an interest. I have printed out the introduction here on a separate sheet of paper. We're going to lift up a little because I'm going to have access up here. Usually my chair's a little lower because I'm just dealing with my keyboard, but if I'm dealing with up here, I've got to up it a little. As a matter of fact, we can push the keyboard in and get us a little closer. Ooh, look at that. Very intimate, isn't it? So we will be playing the character that was included. There's two characters, male and female. There's Lawrence Christian Nadelmann. Let's see if I can. There he is. It's pretty blurry. You could also play as Laura Christine. No, Nadelmann, not Nadelmann. Yeah, Nadelmann. Ph.D. Anthropologist tenured at Miskatonic U, who goes to survey the an unknown region in Canada's Northwest Territory. Dr. Nadelmann, you have the help of Charlie Foxtail, a local Indian guide. Now, I will be just reading this, so there might be some term Indian is no longer acceptable. Native American, Indigenous, that kind of thing. Charlie Foxtrot. Okay. We've got stats for him. And of Bernard, Sylvia, and Norman, your best graduate students from Miskatonic U. Fittingly, for devotees of H.P. Lovecraft, the adventure along the North Hanina. The adventures along the North Hanina are guaranteed to be bizarre, dangerous, and mind-shattering. Your victory, should you survive, is determined by the number of Hanina Mythos points, which you can accumulate and return with you to civilization. That's why there's a special character sheet with the Hanina points here. Here's all of our skills. That's it. And we have to add some points to that. Okay. People are up, so this might get scrapped, and we might turn this into just session 0 and make the character and then stop, because we've got people around in our neighborhood for the holidays, and the dogs are going crazy. Should your first Nadelmann succumb, then you may begin to play again. There are many different outcomes and many different adventures. Each time you begin anew, you may reallocate Dr. Nadelmann's skill points. Your knowledge of hazards ahead therefore improves, of course, but mere knowledge and skills are sometimes little help against the forces of darkness. You'll need courage, too, to go alone against the Wendigo. So, if we die, we're done for the day. I didn't print out his sister, apparently. His twin sister, who did the exact same things as him, Christine Nadelmann. 2 modified investigator sheets with mark-offs for Hanina, I'm probably mispronouncing that, Mythos points fold out from the book, as does the page display for the player companions. If you are likely to send out waves of Nadelmanns, then photocopy the original investigator sheet to keep your work surface fresh, and the relative success of the Nadelmanns visible for comparison. So this whole thing folds out. Here, let's take a look. So here's the book, and then when you open it, there's Alone Against the Wendigo. You turn the first page. We've got our introduction, but this first page, here we go. The introduction page completely opens out. There's the Nadelmanns. There's both of them, Christina and Christopher. I think, no, Lawrence. Her name's not Christina. Her name is Laura. Laura Christine Nadelmann and Lawrence Christian Nadelmann. And then next to that, you're going to have some information here on the format and stuff. Oh, and yeah, the introduction. You've got um, here's how we're going to make our character. Here's some extra NPCs and stuff that are potentially useful. So we're going to continue on, and I'm just going to keep reading off of this for now. This photocopy that I made. How to play Dr. Nadelmann as you desire. Dr. Nadelmann either may be male, Lawrence Christian, or female, Laura Christine. The characteristics vary slightly between the sexes. Really? Okay, that's interesting. So let's take a look at how they vary. So Nadelmann's, we're going to say Nadelmann, and we're going to say, well, shoot. The male is a 17th strength, and she's got a 14th strength. Their cons are the same. Size, she's 12, she's smaller than him. Dexes are the same at 16. His appearance is less at 15. She's got an 17. Her sanity is more at 85 than his 80. Her intelligence, they're both intelligence 18. Her power is 17 and his is 16. Educations are both 20. Because back then it was easier to get 20 education. So idea, luck, um, yeah, those are based in second edition on intelligence, power, and education. Idea, luck, and no. They both have a damage bonus of plus 1d4. They're both from Arkham. They're both 29 years old, so they're twins. They look like they're both armed with the same weapons. Okay. All right, let's continue on. Let's see how this goes. Regardless of sex, you're the youngest Ph.D. to be tenured at Miskatonic University in Arkham, Massachusetts. You're a rising star in the new field of cultural anthropology, and even your European counterparts are impressed by your cascade of learned articles. Your classes are always full of your students idolize you. Ho ho! Your field trips are always successful, and your theories are exciting. Wow, this guy's got it. 29 years old. He's got it. They have got it all going on. Previous expeditions have been just sensationalized enough to draw the favorable attention of the press to the university in general, and to the Department of Anthropology in particular. Large private endowments for your specialty are rumored in preparation. Large private endowments for your specialty are rumored in preparation. That doesn't make sense. Your department head and collegiate administrators often invite you to dinner. Decide whether you're male or female. Your personal characteristics are given on the correct investigator sheet. The skills worksheet appears near this paragraph. Here it is. Boom. Skills worksheet. Oh. Some Call of Cthulhu skills are unused in this adventure. Of 390 points which you may allot, at least 40 points must go to anthropology. The rest can be distributed as you wish among the skills in the workspace, except that you may take no initial Cthulhu mythos. Yeah, okay. Why put it? Oh, it's blank. Okay. The skills listed are the only ones usefully in adventure. No skill points may be saved for later allocation. All must be spent now. Fair enough. Where's my pencil? Here we go. So we're going to allocate some skills, because these have the bases. Oh man. Okay, this could be life or death for our. Let's use the skills worksheet, like they say. We have 390 points. Let me get a. Actually, is there a calculator on this computer? Oh, hold on. Here we go. Boop. Calculator app. Puts you right down there. So the easiest way is say 390, and we'll keep track that way instead of writing down in the. So anthropology, we got to put at least 40%. It's 0. No, we're going to put 60% in anthropology, because that's. No, he's great. We're putting 70. Screw it. This guy's like top of his field. No, we're going for broke. 75. We're going to waste a bunch of points just on anthropology, because that's what it says, that he's like minus 75. He's like super nature boy or super anthropology boy. See, boating, climb, Cthulhu mythos we can't. Debate. Ooh. Interesting. Dodge, first aid, geology. Hide, listen, make maps. Ooh, that sounds good too. How many points I got? 315 points still. Pickpocket, psychoanalysis. That's to tell if people are lying. That starts at 0. No, psychology. We're going to put 40 points into psychology. That gives us almost half. We might put more points to that in a second. I want to be able to know if people are lying to me. Sneak swim, track. Oh, track feels important. Woodcraft. What the hell is woodcraft? Non-rulebook skills. Where is woodcraft? Do they say what woodcraft is? Ah, they do. It's right here. It's on another. I printed out these two sheets because this has got my set your character up thing on it, and this one has got my NPCs that are going to potentially be coming with me. Boating. Characters use boating for rafts, canoes, and rowboats, small motorboats, not sailing craft. With craft controlled by more than one person, as a large canoe might be, each character in the boat must receive a successful boating roll during a crisis. In this adventure, all of your party travels in one craft. Woodcraft, a skill unique to this adventure. It represents the ability to travel in heavy forests without becoming lost, to make fires, and find food, water, and shelters. Weapons do damages given in Call of Cthulhu. Are the damages on here? Damages are on here. It doesn't say how many bullets or any of that kind of stuff, so. Rifle may be used as a club at the character's club skill percentage. What the hell? Club? Weapons. Oh, it's got bases here. So, yeah. Which are not on this other character sheet. Okay. Woodcraft seems kind of important. Making maps seems important too. Ooh, I suddenly do not have enough points. Okay, we got to give him some decent skills. Boating starts at 10. We're going to put 20 in that for a total of 30. We're still well over 200. Climb is at 40. I might leave that alone. Debate we'll have to look up. But you know what? He's really good. We're going to put 30 in that. I don't want to spread myself out too thinly. All right, woodcraft. We're going to put 30 points in that. We're down to 195 now. We're doing pretty well. So we might be able to up all this stuff. Swim, I want to put up. We're going to put 25 points in that to make it 50. Okay. Can't put any there. Track is always useful. We can't put, but I can't justify him having a lot of points in track. We're running low already. Punch, hunting rifle. Okay, I feel like I need to get some gun skills up pretty high. Fighting knife, club, hatchet, punch, headbutt, grapple, kick. He's got a 30-06 rifle, but no pistol. His punch is 50%. Dodge is 32%. It's probably half. It's twice his dex, I think, in this rule. His dex is 16. Yeah. I have 150 points even. Yeah. Yeah, because I made that 75. Make maps. We're going to add 32. I'm going to add 40 to hunting rifles. We got 80 points left. First aid would be nice, too. Probably going to need it. I think we'll leave climb it where it is. We're going to up dodge 20. I only have 28 points left. What is club? 25%? How much damage does a club do? D8 plus a D4. That must include base. Yeah, I think all of these have listed the additions. I don't think you got damage bonus for a knife in this game. 28 points left. Wait, how did I get minus 52? Hold on. I didn't put... Oh. No. I screwed there up. Plus 52. So we have to say minus 20. So we got 60 points left. That's not as bad. Oh, shoot. Spot is not even on here. Listen is, it might be nice to have that up a bit. Hide's only 10%. Listen's only 25%. We're going to up our listen. We're going to up our hide. Oh, I feel like upping the hide a lot might save his life. Pickpocket, psychoanalysis, none of that seems to be stuff that... We're going to put 20 in sneak, bringing it up to 30, and 20 in hide. Bringing that up to 30, and that's all of our points allocated. We don't have anything in... Climb's at 40. First aid is only at 30. I have a feeling that's going to bite me in the ass. The only weapon skill I raised up was the rifle. Alright, so our skills end up being anthropology, 75%, boating, 30%, which is not great. Climb stays the same. Cthulhu Mythos is 0. Oh, climb is going to be 40. Let's write these in. Debate is 40. I did put points in that. Dodge is 52. Could save my life. First aid is still 30. Geology is 0. I should put at least something in that, I feel like. Oh, damn it. Yeah, I gotta rethink this. Let's put all these in. Hide is 30. Listen is 45. Make maps is 40. Make maps. Pickpockets is 5. Psychoanalysis is 0. Psychology is 45. Sneak is 30. Not great. Swim is 50. I put a lot of points in swim. I have a feeling I'm going to have to swim to survive. Track is 30. And woodcraft is 40. I would really like to up geology a little bit. So I think we'll put 10 points in geology and we'll pull them off of dodge and hope this doesn't end up killing us. So we got 42 in dodge and we'll have a 10 in geology, which is not going to really probably help at all. Also, our 30-06 rifle is at 50. Knife fighting is 25. Club is 25. Hatchet is 20. Punch is 50. Headbutt is 10. And kick is 25. Alright. So there's our skills. Now I could have cheated by saying, the 30-06 will impale, the fighting knife will impale. And again, I think that's on, we're going to have to look it up. I'm pretty certain an impale is going to be on 1/5 success, 20%. See if we can find the combat rules in here real quick. Here. So I bought the original Call of Cthulhu box set in the 80s. Is there no... There's no table of contents. Alright. Creating an investigator. Sanity. The Cthulhu Mythos. Magic and spells. How to play the game. Money. Examples of play. Ready to play. Are there no rules for combat? Did I miss it? Oh, game system. Blah. I went right by it. I thought it was still part of here's our resistance table. The impale. An impale is a special type of success. Okay. Oh, long-pointed melee weapons. So probably include all firearms except for shotgun and those melee weapons. Where's the melee weapons chart? Here we go. Does a knife? Right there. Wood axe, hatchet. Fighting knife. Yeah, Yeah, fighting knife does impale. Good to know. Let's see what we have to roll for the impale. Investigator using one of these weapons should also notice if he rolled lower than 1/5. If he did, then he's impales foe. When determined, the impale is... Yeah. More damage. Now, the attack must roll the normal damage, 1d6 for a revolver, and then roll it again, adding the two results together. So you just, if the melee weapon, the attacking weapon is stuck in, if a melee weapon, the attacking weapon is stuck in the enemy's body. The next round, the attacker can try to pull it out by rolling a deeper percentage equal to or less than half his normal chance to hit with the weapon. The attacker. So I can try to pull it back out the next round. Oh my god. If I stab somebody and impale, I'm just leaving it. Okay, yeah. That answers my question. I'm going to put that away, close it back up. Oh, I've got some dice here. When it comes to rolling the dice, I can move the camera down and we can take a look and see what I rolled. Fancy. Yeah, real fancy. All right, so we've got our character here. We've got Lawrence Christian Nadelmann. Spells known, other skills known. If in physical shop, go to page 191. If in mental shop, go to 39. If in indefinite sanity, 324. If in permanent insanity, oh, that's been corrected, 364. That's interesting. They corrected it with a stamp. That's interesting. Hold on. I want to look at this then. Oh, nice. Okay. So, I got a PDF I don't know where of this. And, no, wait. It looks like they added a stamp at the bottom with the correct page number. So I don't know why that is, but very cool. All right, let's read the rest of this introduction. Where are we time-wise? Almost 3:30. That's how long it takes to make a typical character in Call of Cthulhu. As much time as I just took. Let's push the keyboard in again. We don't need that. In many paragraphs of the adventure, one of the more companions accompany Dr. Nadelmann as follows. Bernard Epstein, New York City, grad student. Norman Faulkner, Arkham, grad student. Sylvia Davison, Boston, grad student. Charlie Foxtail, Fort McDonald, Indian guide. It's got their stats. Unless otherwise stated, only if the companion is present and not asleep, you may substitute the player companion's skill for a particular role required of Dr. Nadelmann. I haven't looked at these yet, so I might be screwing the pooch. Does any of them have geology? No, not really. That's a shame. For example, if the group's walking along and listed role is required for, that skill roll may be attempted by Nadelmann or by one of Nadelmann's companions. Player's choice. The roll can be attempted only once, not once per character. As Nadelmann, you may always attempt first aid on yourself. Player companions may use first aid only if they are not themselves in need of it. What first aid have they got? 30, 35, 35, 50 for Charlie. Okay. If a character attempts first aid and fails, another character may attempt to help the same injured party. Okay, that's good to know. Oops, bumping into things here. Oops, I'm too far forward, too. There, let's put those over there. Let's raise this up a little bit more. Player companions may help Dr. Nadelmann in melee combat. A lot hits on your side as evenly as possible, though Dr. Nadelmann, stalwart to the end, may elect to take more. Where's their hit points? 14, 14, 11, 14. Woof. Nadelmann has 17 hit points. Wow, he's solid. If possible, player companion's hit points must not be reduced to fewer than 2. If such a reduction becomes necessary, and if the paragraph does not give the option of the player companion's death, it is assumed to have fainted at a level of 2 hit points and survives if Nadelmann survives the fight. If possible, player companion's hit points must not be reduced to fewer than 2. Okay, yeah. Preparing for play. Prior to starting play, you may want to refresh yourself on certain sections of the second edition rules for Call of Cthulhu. Percenter rolls, resistance tables rolls. Ugh, I'm dreading having to deal with the resistance table. I should probably have printed that out too. Taking damage, shock, drowning. Oh God, combat skills, fighting, the impale, using melee weapons, firearms, using sanity. We're going to kind of muddle through. I'm used to 7th ed now. I started in 6th edition back in about 2006. Indefinite insanity, the value of insanity. Oh yeah, that's getting points. Defeating monsters. Healing time. Certain paragraphs represent significant amounts of past time which characters can heal. At such points, the entry number is followed by a prefaced sentence, healing time. Add 1 hit point each to yourself and any companions if you need healing. When you reach such an entry, each living character whose hit point total is less than individual maximum has 1 point added. Right. Swimming and drowning. Often, a set number of successful skill rolls are necessary for a character to reach safety. If a swim roll is failed, where's my swim? Great. My swim is at 50. My swim is pretty good. If a swim roll is failed, start con rolls in descending series. Con times 10, con times 9, con times 8. Yeah, so con times 10 is like 170 for this guy. Con times 10. What's his con? It's 18. Yeah, it's 180. Once a con roll, so they start at 180. I can't fail those rolls. I don't think there are there's crit fails in this game at this time. I think I would consider 0-0 a fail no matter what. Once a con roll is failed, immediately take drowning damage that round. We'll have to look that up. And each round thereafter until the character reaches safety or drowns. Once drowning damage starts, no further con rolls are made. But continue the swim rolls. When drowning damage exceeds hit points, the character dies. Also, in this game, when you hit 2 hit points, you're unconscious. So, and when you go below 0, you are just dead. The second edition was tough. Physical shock. If Dr. Nadelmann suffers from shock due to injury. Oh, let's check page 16 out. Hold on. We're going through all this in the beginning to make sure that I'm just kind of familiar with what they want from us. Firearms. Shock does not appear to be on page 16 of 2nd edition. Knife fighting, other melee weapons, revolvers. Falling, drowning, poison, shock. It's on page 14. So these page numbers are slightly different. Alright, let's see. If you take a great deal of damage all at once, may well be knocked unconscious or faint. If you take damage equal to half or more of your current hit points, he must roll his con or less on a 1d20. Oh, that's right. That's right. Or fall unconscious. Okay, it's a d20 for that, so we got to remember that. Because in 7th edition, it is it's just your percentiles of it. If Dr. Nadelmann suffers from shock due to injury, she is assumed to have fainted and to be left alone for dead unless otherwise stated. When this happens, go to entry 191, which I believe is on the character sheet. Yeah. Oh, that's it. Oh no, that's not. Mental shock. Okay, there's more continued here. Hold on. We're going to go through all this. Mental shock is also known as temporary insanity. If this occurs, you are assumed to have run off in a mindless frenzy and then to have fallen down exhausted. When mental shock, temporary insanity strikes, and this is the same rules for the new game, which I love. I love they've changed very little. I love that. Yeah. Go to entry 39. Mental shock can pay unexpected dividends. For the victim to gain irrational insight into the Cthulhu mythos, and for the first onset of such shock. Yeah. Sorry, I was trying to figure out if I wanted to do something. Add 5% to your Cthulhu mythos skills and 10 points to your Hanina mythos total. For each subsequent onset, add 1% to Cthulhu mythos and 2 percentiles to Hanina mythos. Indefinite at all costs, try to avoid indefinite insanity, which I believe is still 1/5 of your total. It's unlikely Dr. Nadelmann can go mad in the wilderness and still survive to receive necessary professional help. If this disaster occurs, always go to entry 324. Permanent insanity. It's all too possible. Well, for Dr. Nadelmann's sanity to drop to 0. If it does, being mad and lost in the big woods promises only death or worse. This supersedes indefinite insanity. When permanent insanity strikes, go to 550. So, like I said, this is like a thing. This is like a choose your own adventure book. Is really what these are like. And I never cared for those as a kid. I played a few and I always died. And I was always like, or I'd cheat. I'd be like, I didn't really die. Let's go back to the last entry. And so, with y'all watching, well, nobody's watching, but still. Oh, somebody's watching. Hey, Outlander 2. Ooh, what is this? Hey, Outlander 2. We are playing the solo Call of Cthulhu scenario, Alone Against the Wendigo. Right now I'm just going through the introduction. We've set our character up. We are playing Dr. He's got to be a doctor. He's got a BA, an MA. He's got a Ph.D. Lawrence Christian Nadelmann. And right now I'm just kind of going over some of the rules, as this is for Call of Cthulhu 2nd Edition. Um, yeah, so we're going over, they're refreshing some rules here. I have the reprint of Call of Cthulhu 2nd Edition, so if we need to refer to any rules, they're there. But I'm also the keeper, so I can just make shit up as I go along. And right now I'm just reading over some of this basic information on this page. This next page is where we actually are going to start. So we'll be starting in probably a couple minutes with the actual scenario. Sorry that it took me only 3 minutes to notice your comment. I'm getting better. In Alone Against the Wendigo, object of the game. In Alone Against the Wendigo, you strive to gain as much information as possible about the secrets of the North Hanina. 2 types of knowledge are possible: Cthulhu Mythos points and Hanina Mythos points. Right, I've got stuff here for each of those. For each entry, which you leave with Nadelmann still alive, mark down the number of Hanina Mythos points indicated at the end of the entry: 1, 3, 11, etc. Entries which take place in the outer world, beyond the North Hanina, bestow no HM. Most entries grant 1 HM. Some entries may grant both Cthulhu Mythos and Hanina Mythos points. Do not confuse them. Remember to lower sanity when gaining Cthulhu Mythos. Well, wait. Do I? Okay, we got to look that up. Because at least since 6th edition, you had a maximum sanity based on your Cthulhu Mythos. Cthulhu Mythos. Skill starts at 0, never exceeds 98. No investigator, blah, 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 blah. How it's gained, reading forbidden foot books, increases due to insanity, and reading books are permanent. The skill will decrease a character's maximum sanity. A character's sanity will never be higher than 99 minus his Cthulhu Mythos. So that's the same as it is in 7th edition. Once learned, Cthulhu Mythos cannot be forgotten, blah, 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 blah. Yeah, okay, so it works the same way. So if I get 5 points in Cthulhu Mythos, as long as my sanity isn't 100, we're fine. He's starting out with a sanity of 80. So I can get 20 points in Cthulhu Mythos before I have to even start worrying about that. Once I start getting more, the sanity starts coming down. Let's see. Unlike Cthulhu Mythos knowledge, knowing the Hanina Mythos does not directly affect any character's sanity. And unlike any other skill, Hanina Mythos may exceed 100. There's no necessary upper limit to Hanina Mythos. Hanina Mythos. You may return to civilization. You want to return to civilization bearing as much information. We getting better? Wait, what? We getting better? Well, I'm not sure what that means, Outlander. You want to return to civilization bearing as much information as possible to the incredulous world. If anything happens to damage your credibility, criminal acts, insanity, or academic incompetence, your HM... We have neighbors here for the holidays, and so the dogs are going crazy. Your HM total will be reduced. While you're in Fort McDonald or other civilized points, your HM total does not increase as you go from entry to entry, but it will if you return to the perils of the North Hanina. Should you die, your total accumulated HM is divided by 5, round fractions up to the nearest percentage. The remainder represents a possibility that a future investigator finds your journal and uses it effectively. HM at the end. If we have less than 30, it's a failure. 30 to 60 is a limited success. 61 to 90 is a modest success. 91 to 120 is a substantial success, and 121 plus is a stunning success. All right. So I'll be keeping track of that. There's a place for that on this character sheet. All right. Optional investigators. If you prefer, you can use an investigator of your own rather than Dr. Nadelmann, keeping an HM running tally on a scratch paper. This adventure can be a true test of his or her mettle, and any investigator daring the hazards should be allowed to reap any benefits of the experience. Previously held Cthulhu Mythos points are not turned into HM points. New Cthulhu Mythos gained during the course of the adventure does not add HM points. When the investigator leaves the adventure, he retains his Hanina Mythos, though. Outside this adventure, its only real use is to signal that your investigator has been alone against the Wendigo. He can enter 10 percentiles of woodcraft and retain that skill if later keepers allow. I don't think in 2nd edition you improved your investigator over time. I just don't think it was a thing. Now I want to look it up. I'm pretty certain there's no way to improve investigators yet. They didn't add that till later. I'm not sure when. Seeing the comments. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm trying. When I'm really involved in a tabletop in like a video game, I'm always just like not really. I have trouble noticing that that people have commented. Working for a living, other characteristics, character creation, and characteristic roles. There's no table of contents in this book. Let's go to game system. Rewards of experience. Here's the resistance table. I kind of want to print that out. Blah, 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 blah. Character being important. Nothing. The more you use a skill, the more you learn about it and better you get it. This includes concrete skills such as sword fighting, jumping, abstract, blah blah blah. When you use a skill successfully during play, the keeper may allow the player character. Is this? Hold on. I just realized this is a little crooked. That's better. You can tell by the post behind me. If it's angled, then it's wrong. Um, uh, just trying is not enough to learn. You must succeed. No matter how many times the character succeeds a skill, he only gets one chance between adventures to learn by experience. So you can improve your character here. Also, character may only check a skill with the keeper's permission. After character is finished an adventure, typically after play is done and before everyone goes home, you should check over your character sheet, see what skills have been checked, i.e. have successfully been used during play. I do have boxes to check skills on this character sheet, so for each skill the investigator has checked on his character sheet, roll d100. If the players roll higher than his current skill, his expertise in the skill raises 1d6%. They up that to 1d10% in 7th ed. Okay. Costs of failure. Can your skills go down? If success is rewarded, failure is not. Yeah, no, nothing happens if you fail. So that's good to know. Good to know. Getting all of our information together. That okay. So then there's a format of the entries. Consecutive number. Healing time is always noticed at the front of the text. Okay. Succeeding a listen check, go to 84. Fail, go to 85. Trace numbers indicate the number of entries from which you could have come in order to get to this entry. Oh, that's nice. You can backpack. You can back. There may be one or many. To trace a route, pencil out trace numbers as you play. Oh, okay. What's this? Former similar blocks found on the outside of most entry pages. The numbers show which sequence and hundreds. Go to tells you the number of new entry which you should proceed. Add immediately the stated amount of Hanina points. All right. Let's close this. There we go. So we're on our way. So it is 3:40. It took us 48 minutes to kind of get through the introduction. That's kind of long, but we are now on page 1 of Alone Against the Wendigo. We got our character sheet. We got our NPCs. You, as Dr. L.C. Nadelmann, have long been fascinated by the prehistory of North America, particularly the big woods of the North. As unexplored as the Amazon Basin, the Canadian wild is said by hunters, trappers, and gold seekers to still conceal Aboriginal tribes unknown to science. Alas, whatever truth these stories contain is masked by tall tales of lost prehistoric valleys, Indian demons, pygmy races, and other equally unbelievable fantasies. Surely the time is right to cast the critical light of science on the big woods. Big woods is all capitalized, by the way. The truth hidden there could confound travelers' yarns and be of immeasurable value. For over a year, you have importuned your department to finance a modest summer exploratory trip into Canada's Northwest Territory. Now at last, your funding is approved, and you make your preparations to leave at the end of the spring semester. Most of your graduate students are eager to go, but you can take only the most promising 3. You have chosen to explore the valley of the North Hanina. In the local Sarki Indian dialect, Hanina means the river of magic power. Okay. Northwood's yarn spinners have worked overtime on the legends of the North Hanina. It is said to be haunted by invisible presences and mysterious headhunters. A part of the valley where a party of prospectors was found beheaded is still known as Headsman's Glen. Your small expedition takes the train. There we go. Your small expedition takes the train into north central Canada, then boards a chartered launch to Great Slave Lake and down the Mackenzie to Fort Macdonald, where an outpost of the Royal Canadian Mounted Police represents the sole power of civilization for scores of thousands of square miles of mountains, lakes, taiga, and swamp. Fort Macdonald is a trading post for trappers and Indians. A single bark canoe of excellent make has been reserved for you, as well as all the basic gear that your summer trip requires. Officials say that guides are reluctant to venture into the North Hanina Valley. The Indians have always shunned the region, and most of the white men who dared to trespass upon the River of Magic Power never returned. At last, you locate a tough, half-breed professional guide named Charlie Foxtail. He badly needs the high wages you are offering. In order to sell Oh, no. In order to send his wife to Winnipeg for an expensive operation. Holy crap. Well, white people in the 20s. Hold on, does this take place in the 20s? It doesn't say, but I'm certain that it is, because this is 1992. So yeah, I'm pretty certain we're in the 20s, or we would have just taken a plane up here, like chartered an aircraft. It doesn't say. It's got to be in the 20s. Hold on a sec. Let's take a peek. It's got his age, but not his when he was born. Yeah, we're going to assume this is the 20s. Finally, all is in readiness. Go to 1 to begin the adventure. 1. The best route into the valley of the North Hanina is upstream by canoe from Fort Macdonald, following the west branch of the Mackenzie to the mouth of the tributary you seek. The water swiftens at the junction. For the Ram Mountains loom grayly in the distance. The sun is uncomfortably hot on your face, and the air is sultry. So short are the nights this far north that darkness gives the waterways no time to cool. Each day on the paddle makes the students more adept at keeping time at the paddle with you and Charlie. Your supply of gasoline is by necessity limited, so you run the kicker outboard motor as seldom as possible. The North Hanina is a rougher river than the West Branch. We're going to say this is 1925. We're just going to go there. It doesn't say what time of year. It must be summer. I think it said, did it say summer? No. It's got to be summer. When I run a game, I have exact dates, everything. It's just like boom. I forgot to show you guys what I even pulled up here. Let's do it now. So I meant to do this. Ooh, so there's actually the book, a better picture of the book that I own. Fancy. Okay, sorry, I was gonna do that at the beginning. The North Hanina is a rougher river than the West Branch. Its floodplain is obstructed by sandbars, hills of driftwoods, shingle islands, and forests of dead trees rooted in the mud. The current points all of them downstream like arrows, warning you to turn back. The North Hanina gushes through this desolation along a maze of small and large channels. Ahead, you hear the slowly building roar of rushing water. This is the place of the splitting water, Charlie tells you. Choose the right way, and we shall make it through safely. Choose the wrong, he shrugs. You're the guide! Oh, that's a terrible voice. You're the guide, you protest. Which is the right way? The river's alive. Each day makes itself new, he answers. Succeed with a luck roll and go to 2. Miss it and go to 3. Oh no. Okay, we got a Hanina point. So we're going to tally it. Mark off the first 99 like this. We mark them off. You get up to 800 Hanina points? Holy crap. Okay. Alright, so luck roll. Got our percentile dice. Where's our character sheet? Right here. Character sheet is here. The NPCs are underneath him. What is my luck? My luck is 80. Alright, this is pretty substantial. But, in order to keep me honest, here we go. 83! We failed! No! We failed our first roll. Everybody's dead. Start over. Whoa, come on now. Come on, baby. Uh-oh. There we go. There we go. Oh, my ear itches. All right, so we failed our very first roll of the night. So we're going to 3. We got our Hanina point marked. The river batters your craft from every side at once. You've steered yourself into the river's trap. No matter which way you turn, it gets worse. The canoe bucks like a saddled buffalo, bounding over sets of snaggling rapids, the peaks and teeth of which could tear out the belly of your craft. To pull yourself through, succeed with a boating skill roll and go to 6, or fail and go to 7. We got another point of the Hanina. Okay, so boating. I can substitute one of the others for this. My boating is only 30. They're all with me. Charlie's got an 85% chance in boating. We're going to defer to Charlie. Whoops, this time. Shunk. All right, come on, Charlie, come on. I got to get this beer out of the way. 30, we did it. All right, Charlie saved us. So Charlie was actually the one who got us through. Succeed and go to 6. And actually, I need to be writing this stuff down. We're gonna number on the side of the character sheet. We got 1, 3, and 6. We're gonna note which ones we are at, so that I'm gonna write this up as a role-playing journal later. Yes, see? Ah, yes, sell the wife. I swore that's what it said. I need to put this way over here. Oh, you know what? We should test this. I'm going to turn on my voice recorder as well. On the off chance, well, if the damn thing will work. What's going on here? There we go. On the off chance that something happens and we lose this recording. But we'll see. So we're going to 6 now. Your skill and your party's earnest support saves the trip from an early disaster. Your group manages to pull the canoe out of the boil and cross over into another channel where the passage proves much easier. Go to 2. So we're going back to 2. We get another Hanina point for that. Ooh. Dave and Dan Day. The Nadelmann expedition standing. Charlie Foxtail. Sylvia Davison. Sitting. Norman Faulkner. Bernard Epstein. I love that. I just adore that. That is very cool. That we've got a picture of the expedition. I love that kind of stuff. All right, we're going back to 2. Your hard-taxed party spends the day working through the baffling network of waterways, sometimes forced to back down impassable channels to find an easier way, sometimes blundering across the heads of powerful chutes and being swept along with them. We're heading upstream, though, aren't we? How can we... At certain points, your craft must be inched along by hand while your party wades in waist-deep water. You pass labyrinths of wooded islands, fast water and drift. Finally, you select a peaceful backwater in which to moor and make camp for the night. Roll a die. Go to 4, odd. Roll a die. Go to 4. Odd, go to 5. Get another Hanina point here. So roll a die. Oh, even. Go to 4. Odd, go to 5. Here we go. Nope, missed. Come here. This will be easier with 2 cameras and a bunch of fancy stuff, but I don't do fancy. We got odd, so we're going to 5. I don't know which is good and which is bad. We're going to find out. Damn it. Come on now. Boop. We're back on the second page of the scenario. So 5. So we're going to 5 because we rolled odd. The first night along the North Hanina passes without mishap. Roll a die. Oh my god. Even go. I'm going to stop moving the camera for every die roll, unless they're important ones. This is just odd or even. Even go to 10. Odd go to 11. It is a 3, which is odd, so we're going to 11. Okay. Odd go to 11. 11, 11, 11. The final stench. The faint stench of sulfur wafts out of the mouth of a narrow canyon on the shore. You've read about possible hot springs in the Hanina region and are tempted to become their formal discoverer. God damn this thing. Hold on. This is why I'm not going to do as much with the stay. Become their formal discoverer. To stop and explore, go to 19. To continue on, go to 20. Let's stop and explore. After tying your canoe to the bank, you lead your party up to the canyon. The stream that runs to, you know what, I really should add roleplay here. That's Trooper's thing. He adds a bunch of roleplay. Big argument, big discussion would take place. Um, we're not gonna bother with that. He does such a great job with it too. I got the idea to do this from Trooper SJP. He was doing this with some other solo stuff. I think Dungeons and Dragons. He was running D&D solo, some solo scenarios. God damn this freaking thing! Why are you turning? Oh, there's the problem. Technical difficulties. All right, there. That should be better. This thing shouldn't move quite as much. Well, fuck me. These little cheap tripods they suck. All right. 19. After tying your canoe to the bank, you lead your party up the canyon. The stream that runs through the middle of it is warm, and the rocks along the edges are heavily caked with precipitated minerals of white, gray, and yellow hue. The further you advance between its narrow banks, the more desolate the scene. Oh, this seems dangerous. The vegetation struggles in youth and goes to an early death. Gray dust coats the brittle sticks of strangled saplings. You kneel over stone furred with yellow and white crystals, and scrape a sample of the deposits into a small glass vial with your hunting knife. You suppose that they are nothing remarkable, though this is not your area of expertise. Finally, you snap a few photos of the scene with your box camera. To continue exploring, go to 64. To return your canoes and continue upriver, go to 20. I think we're going to continue upriver. I kind of want to see what's up here, but I'm kind of nervous about it as well. Desolate areas in Call of Cthulhu can be very dangerous. Alright, we're going to have another beer. Because my throat's going to get very sore with all this talking. If I don't. Ka-chunk. Reckless or safe? Oh, shoot. I've been forgiven to give myself points. 1, 3 gives a point. 6 gives a point. I've got those. We went back to 2. Should have got another point there. Nope, that's the 4th point. 5 gives a point. 11 gives a point. 19. 19 gives a point. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I should have 7. So we should be at 7. I got to remember that. Yeah, let's continue exploring. Let's go to 64. Hopefully we won't die. Come on, you tell your companions. Then continue upward. Up ahead, the mineral deposits along the stream are no longer unspoiled. The rocks appear to be stripped of their brimstone and awful vermiculations. Succeed a listen check. Oh, no. I did put some points into listen. Our listen is 45. Does anybody else in the group have a better listen? Charlie Foxtail's got a 70. Charlie's going to be the one to possibly know. Here we go. 13 is a success. Hell yeah. Okay. So that's 64. I didn't add my 1 point for that. So 65. As the wind turns, you catch the sound of humming, as if from a motor. An unlikely prospect, considering where you are. Ordering your party to stay behind, you carefully advance up the ravine and cautiously peer around the bend. Sanity check! No! Try a sanity roll. Alright. So my sanity is 80. 52 is a success. If successful, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9. There's a Hanini point. Cautiously pair on the bend. So sanity roll, going to 114 if successful. Unsuccessful is 1d6 sanity, go to 70. So we are successful. 114. What the hell? Oh my god. Oh, I hope I can get away with this. Did I say one? I said 114, right? 114. Okay. Okay, we're going to get more Hanina points here. The sight is awesome. Not in a good way. Several pinkish lizard crustaceans are working mechanical equipment, sweeping the rocks of the stream. That is why the stones below were bare. The creatures must be intelligent, though they don't look it. Too ugly even for seafood. Fungoid growths bedeck their body. Buzzing can be heard over the hum of their mineral gathering machines. You came to this place looking for unknown races, and you have been rewarded beyond your wildest dreams. You watch them until your companions get restive. You must decide what to do next. To stand up and greet the alien things, go to 252. No, 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 no. To avoid contact, try to sneak. If you succeed, go to 159. If fail, 115. Son of a bitch. We get 2 points of Cthulhu Mythos and 6 HM from 114. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's try a sneak. It is 30. Oh no, this could be the end of the scenario. This is an important roll, so we're going to do this for this roll. Okay, my sneak's only 30. Come on, come on! 84 is a fail. Fail, go to 115. This is probably going to be very, 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 very bad. We're probably done, and we'll have to start over. Your foot slips on a rock, and you plummet face first into thigh-deep stream water. The sudden silence of the mineral gathering machines warns you that you have been spotted. You scramble out of the stream and dash back to your comrades, shouting, "Run for it!" Go to 143. One more Hanina point. And we're going to 143. Oh no, this could be a short adventure. Oh, these are short. Oh no, this is medium length. Okay, I like your narration. It's good. Hey, thank you. I've been a tabletop GM, keeper, dungeon master, whatever, for so long. 143. A streak of cold stabs past you, leaving a frosty mist in the air like a flashlight shining through the fog. Even the near mist leaves a rime of frosty needles on your cheek and hair. You throw a quick glance over your shoulders and see the pink creatures with objects of twisted metal in their claws, evidently weapons. Norman and Sylvia have made the safety of the bend ahead. That leaves you, Bernard, and Charlie to get clear. Oh no! Try a dodge. If you fail, I did up my dodge to 42%. Right. If you fail, you are hit and must go to 332. If you succeed, try dodges for both Charlie and Bernard. If Charlie's hit, go there. If Bernard is hit, go there. If both are hit, go there. If nobody's hit, start checking for dodges all over again, beginning with yourself and then proceeding to Charlie and Bernard. Someone is certain to get hit. The only question is who. 2 points of the Hanina. Crap! I knew I should have left this mess alone. All right. So dodge. My dodge is 42%. This again is another important roll. 42 or less, 51. Damn it, missed it by 9 points. Let's go. We got to go to 332. I think that's it. We're dead. I'm pretty certain we're going to be dead. 332. We did not get far in this. 332. You run right into a blast of cosmic cold. You stumble. Did I write that number down? Yes. Helplessly to earth, too stiff to shiver. From the position you lay in, you see the many-legged creatures with their weird weapons scuttling like giant spiders from the bush. Then darkness. We got one more Hanina point. Go to 417. I have a feeling this is the end of the adventure. 417. Oh, it's a long one. Would that the blackness remained forever, but it does not. You detect a faint light through your closed eyelids. You hear garbled sounds. Your whole body seems filled with prickly discomfort. Yeah, we're dead. You open your eyes with an effort. For an instant, what you see makes no sense. Diseased-looking fungoid things, pinkish creatures with tentacles and claws extending from their thoraxes. Several of them scuttle around the field of your vision. Terror brings a scream to your mouth, but no sound. You cannot even feel the air moving in and out of your lungs. Of a sudden, you realize that you don't have any lungs, nor any body. In the confutation of the illusionary feelings which you had upon waking. Your body lies discarded on the ground not far away. It has no head. You are its head. You are fixed in a box with tubes running into your neck. The alien monsters want to preserve your living brain for God knows what purpose. Plunging into madness, you try to scream again. One of the creatures, annoyed by your grimacing, shuts the lid of the box, which contains you, blocking out the light. Lose 4/5 of your Hanina mythos. Round down. Any fraction. The end. Well, hell. Damn it, we did not last long. It took longer in character creation and introduction than it did playing this. However, a year later, speed run. It's not a speed run when you die so quickly. So, a year later, all right, give me one moment. We're going to print out the character sheet for the lady. We will change the names of all of the others. No, we can assume they all escaped. Came back with wild tales. Nobody believed them. So we've got some information from before. Where is this thing? I've got a PDF of this somewhere. Downloads. Give me one moment. Wow, that was fast. Here we go. Let's print out her character sheet very quickly. So that was the summer of 1925. Here we go. Print current. Boom. We're going to avoid that little stream in this next run. And dead. Well, the Migo got me. Man. That sucks. Man, that was fast. We'll try this one more time. And if we get killed this time, we'll be done with Alone Against the Wendigo, and we will move on next week to another one. I thought this would take longer. I didn't get to use most of my skills. I think, instead of focusing on... So we lose 4/5 of our Hanina points. Not that that matters. 4/5. So we keep a fifth. We keep 20%. We had 19. So 1/5 of that is about 3. So he got about 3 Hanina points. Not very good. Here we go. So now we've got Laura Christine Nadelmann. My death allowed the others to escape. They came back with crazy stories of horrible things that nobody believed. But Lawrence's, Larry for short, Lawrence's sister, twin sister, a year later, decided to come back. We got to get her set up. And we're going to give her some different points. She gets the same amount. So this will only take like 5 minutes. 390 is where we're going to start. Let me pull the keyboard back out and delete. 390. So she is just as good an anthropologist. We're going to keep that 75. Boating. We might leave most of these the same. We're not going up that river, so we're not changing very much. But I think I'm going to up her sneak. We're going to lower the hunting rifle. $20 points. That's 40. No, 10 points. We're going to up her sneak. To 40. What else would be good for her to have so she doesn't get caught at everything? We didn't get to make any of these other checks. So I think we're just going to give her pretty close to the same points that we gave him otherwise. 30 boating, 40 debate. Oh my god. Oh, that's interesting. 40 in debate. We'll keep the dodge 52. Oh, hide. I want that a little higher too, I think. We'll make the dodge 42. Even though it screwed us. If my dodge had been 52, I would have made that roll. So at least I wouldn't have died. So that we're going to use that to up the hide to 40. So hide's going to be 40. I don't have anything in geology. Listen's going to stay 45. Make maps will be 40. Nothing in pickpockets, nothing in psychoanalysis. We'll keep that at 45. The psychology. Since we didn't get to use, we got to use almost nothing. My sneak is going to be a 40. Swim is 50. Track is 30. And woodcraft is 40. And then again with the rifle is going to be a 40 instead of a 50. Otherwise everything else is fighting knife is 25. Club is 25. Hatchet is 20. Headbutt is 10. Grapple is 25. And kick is... No, that's punch. Wait a minute. I got these all mixed up. They're not in the same order on the sheet. Punch is 50. Headbutt is 10. Kick is 25. And there's no grapple listed on here. Grapple's 25. We'll add that to the bottom. Okay, she's ready to go. We can put this aside. Poor Lawrence, he is dead. Sing song, going down the river, taking all my friends, heading to the place where the madness never ends. Indubitably. We can close that. We could skip all this introduction stuff that we've already gone over. But here's the story. It's 1926. Let's write this at the top of the page. It is 1926, and Lawrence, we'll give him a 1925. Lawrence Christian Nadelmann, screaming and running, told everyone, run, run! And they ran, they fled back to the canoe, and he never came. And when they went back up the stream a little ways, they saw no sign of him. Terrified, they fled. Search parties found nothing, those that would go. But here it is a year later. Instead of working at Arkham, since twins working at the same college, we're going to say she works at Boston University. In their anthropology department, and she's as popular and as good as her brother was. They're both very, very popular. She gets together the same group and is going back upriver, not looking for her brother because thorough searches were allegedly made, but to try to prove, to look for her brother if she could find him, but to also try to prove what she can about the Hanina. So the best route, we're going to skip the introduction to begin. We'll give her a Hanina point for 1. We get on the river. The North Hanina gushes through the desolation along the maze, a maze of small and large channels. Ahead you hear the slowly building roar of rushing water. This is the place of the splitting water, Charlie tells you. Choose the right way, and we shall make it through safely. Choose the wrong, he shrugs. You're the guide, you protest. Which is the right way? The river's alive. Each day it makes itself new, he answers. All right, so luck roll for this. We're not going to move the camera at this point. Her luck is 85. 92! I failed again! Holy crap, I suck. With the succeed as a 2, we're going to 3 again. The river batters your craft from every side at once. You've steered yourself into the river's trap. No matter which way you turn, it gets worse. The canoe bucks like a saddled buffalo, bounding over sets of snaggling rapids, the peaks and teeth of which could tear out the belly of your craft. To pull yourself through, succeed with a boating skill roll. I lowered that for her. She's only got a 30. No, Charlie's going to do his. Charlie is an 85 boating. Come on, Charlie. All right, so that's 3. Get another Hanina point here. If we succeed, we go to 6. If we fail, we go to 7. Charlie rolled a 76. His boating is an 85. We succeeded. We go to 7. We're going to kind of zip quickly through here. The river strikes our fragile vessel with a titanic uppercut. Wait a minute. No. No, a success is a 6. Charlie's skill and your party's earnest support saves the trip from an early disaster. Your group manages to pull the canoe out of the boil and cross into another channel, where the passage proves much easier. Go to 2. And get 1 Hanina point. Your hardtax party spends the day working through the baffling networks of waterways, sometimes forced to back down impassable channels to find an easier way, sometimes blundering across the heads of powerful chutes and being swept along with them. At certain points, your craft must be inched along by hand while your party wades into waist-deep water. This is all exactly the same. You pass labyrinths of wooded islands, fast water, and drift. Finally, you select a peaceful backwater in which to moor and make camp for the night. Roll a die. Even is 4, odd is 5. Whoops, let's write down number 2. We get a Hanina point there. We got odd again, so we're going to 5. The first night along the North Hanina passes without mishap. Roll a die. Okay, even is 10. We got odd. Odd is 11. We get a Hanina point. Even is 10. Odd is 11. Oh, here's the faint stench of sulfur wafts out of the mouth of a narrow canyon on the shore. Wow. I guess we're skipping this. Uh, you have read about possible hot springs in the Hanina region and are tempted to become their formal discovery. No, we're not, because yes, this is where my brother disappeared. We should look here. Let's look here. Oh, I should have a Boston accent. This is where my brother disappeared. I can't do a Boston accent. No. Charlie refuses to go. Charlie Fox, no, this is the place your brother disappeared. It's cursed. It's cursed. The other grad students say, no. Something went terribly wrong there. They searched this area extensively for his body and they never found it. Something took it away. After a debate that lasts far too long. We're on day 2 already. I should mark that. It's decided not to go to stop and explore, so we're going to continue on at 20. I've lost track of Hanina points too. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, 6. We're where we're supposed to be. So we're going to 20. Oh, healing time. Nobody got hurt. Oh, to continue on until camping time, go to 20. All right. There they go again. Healing time. Add 1 hit point to each of to yourself and your companions if you need healing. We don't. Alternating between paddling and motorboating, your determined group. Alternating between paddling and motorboating, your determined group. Go get them. Your determined group subtracts mile after mile from the distance intervening between you and your primary goal, Headsman's Glen. The valley, when you find it, is crowded in by steep hills, small mountains, and rough stands of jack pines, black spruces, and balsam firs. Following Charlie's advice, your party sets up a semi-permanent camp, giving access to fish and game, as well as a bit of refuge, should the supposed Indian tribes of the valley prove hostile. Well, I got a 30-06 rifle, so that'll help. 2d6 plus 3 damage. That's not too shabby. In the days that follow, your party makes periodic excursions, seeking evidence of human inhabitants. It begins to look like you shall be disappointed. Roll a die. Oh, wait. I get a Hanina point. Even, go to 21. Odd, go to 40. Okay. We're just doing this D6. We're even. No, we're odd again. It's a 5. Odd, go to 40. In the days that follow. Okay, so 40. That night, you shiver in your sleep. So this is a few nights later. The chill is brought home to you when Charlie reaches into your small tent and shakes you awake. What is it? Why is it so blasted cold, you moan? Dr. Boss, come quickly, the guide pleads. You throw on your jacket and follow him. Outside, the grass, the stones, the needles, and conifers are all gray with frosty rime. This is impossible, you declare. It's still summer. Look, Dr. Boss, croaks Charlie, pointing to the spot where Bernard Epstein had been sitting when he began his watch. No! The graduate student lies curled up, half hidden behind a stump. You drop short. Epstein has been reduced to a shrunken, flabby, whining, drooling thing. His bloodless forehead is caved in like a deflated basketball. How he can still be alive in that condition is beyond your ken. Somebody get him a blanket, you order. When Sylvia brings it, you wrap Bernard snugly. While you do so, you notice an indescribable, somewhat repugnant odor in the cold air. When you grasp the young man's jacket, your fingers slip from the grayish grease which coats him. 4 Hanina points. Okay, so our choices are to solve this mystery and get revenge upon whatever has committed this atrocity, go to 41. To flee the valley in terror, go to 43. If we flee, we'll never know. We have to find out. This might be another short game. This is rough. We're in section 0. We haven't even got to section 1 yet. I'm tempted to look to see what fleeing the valley in terror does. I think we're gonna investigate. I got my 4 points for that. I think. Yeah, we're up to 11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. No, there should be more than that. 40 is what? Oh, 40. We're moving on to 41, so we haven't gotten there yet. So yeah, we're correct with heading to points. All right. That's probably a bad idea. You search the area for clues. You and Charlie find tracks around the camp. But what tracks? They follow a straight line as if made by a one-legged hopper or a thing of utterly alien physique. The prints are round and convex. Each gives off a faint bluish vapor of cold, and each is glazed with ice. You scratch around a track with your knife to find out how deeply the ice extends. It's deep. Frustrated. Oh, thank God, there's not just a the end on it. I thought there might be like, and you die. You dig with the blade, only to find a rock-hard column of ice and sand that seems to have no end. The warmth of the morning sun evaporates the rime surrounding the camp, but does not melt the ice in the tracks. Also, you feel an increasing headache, a complaint echoed by all 3 of your otherwise sound companions. All 3, because we're not going to... Oh, yeah, no, Epstein's dead, pretty much. I was about to say, they don't count the Indian. Following the round tracks out of camp adds to the mystery. Where they cross streams, they leave ice circlets at the bottom. Ice circlets at the bottom that the running water has not worn down. The prints show that where the creature's feet touch solid matter, they annihilated it. In one place, where a track steps upon Bernard's hatchet, a circle of steel vanishes, blinking cleanly out of existence. What in God's name are you up against? Like a frightened waif, Charlie tags after you and babbles legends at you about the killer who comes with the cold. You do not want to find what you seek, he says. I will leave this place. You and the young people must return with me to Fort McDonald, or I will go alone. Okay, to search... Okay, we get 5 HM, which is not much. 4, 5. Considering, I think we have to divide our HM... Wait. If you die, it's a rain represents a possibility that a future investigator finds you. Oh no. Yeah. We need a lot more HM. I don't want to let Charlie go. To search for the ice cold killer and let Charlie go to 69. I'm pretty certain that's going to kill us. I don't want to let Charlie go. He's got some really good skills that could be very helpful to us, keep us alive. To listen to his urgings, go to 42. If his urgings are going to take us back to Fort McDonald, we're going to back up and keep looking. But we're going to go to 42 for now. I don't want to lose Charlie. This time, you realize Charlie's talking sense. You go with Norman to Bernard's tent to move the wretch to the canoe. When you throw open the flap, you discover the graduate student is gone. His tracks lead down to the Hanina, and there vanish. Your hasty search turns up nothing, and you assume he wandered away in his delirium to drown. Your group hurriedly packs the canoe and sets out for 32. We get 2 more points. Is 32 the end? It's not. With Charlie working the kicker, and the rest of your group pitching in with paddles, you spend the first day of your return downriver peacefully. The next day, a downpour turns the water Wolverine, whisking you around a cliff-bound bend and down a mile-long sequence of rapids. Succeed in a boating roll and go to 411. Miss and go to 412. Boating. It's probably gonna be Charlie again. Boating's he's got an 85%. We're gonna use him for this roll. Hey, Shanty, what's up? I am running a solo Call of Cthulhu game. 82. He barely made it at 85. Thank God, or we'd be dead. Where were we? 42. I didn't give myself points for 42 yet. I get 2 points for that. I think I didn't give myself points for this yet. No, 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 no. 32. 32 gives 1 point. Hold on. Okay, we're at 19. Succeed and go to 411. Geez, that's a big jump. .411. Your party's boating skills pull you through without mishap. Succeed with a luck roll. Oh, God. Okay, we get 1 more point here. .411. Succeed with a luck roll. Where are we? .411. Go to 513. Miss, go to 34. Luck. Her luck is 85%. Rolled a 19. That's a success. 513. We get 1 more point. That's not enough. We might be heading back upstream without Charlie here. 513. It is time to decide the course for your expedition. Wait. 411. Hold on. I've been writing down these numbers, which is helpful. 513. It'd be nice. Yeah, 513. It's time for you to decide the course for your expedition. The fort lies within your reach at 593. You may go there and end your adventure, or if you choose to explore more, go to 594. 1 more point. Okay, we're going to continue to explore, but without Charlie. If you would take a side trip from your general course towards Fort McDonald in hopes of learning as much as possible about the North Hanini Valley, you may go to 597 if you're alone, go to 297 if you have 1 companion, 324 if you have 2 companions, 158 if you have all 3 graduate students with you, but not Charlie, 598 if you have Norman, I don't have all 3, Norman, Sylvia, and Charlie with you, 602 if you have all companions. If your party consists of at least 3 people, including yourself, it is still possible to strike out toward the depths of the valley in search of information instead of making a mere side trip described below. If your party number's 3, go to 600. If your party number's 4, you and 3 graduate students, it doesn't. Go to 604. If your party number's 4, you, Norman, Sylvia, and Charlie, go to 598. If your party number's 5, go to 602. Our party number's 3. We're short Epstein. Damn, that was a quick death early on in the game. That sucks. What time are we at? 5:30. Hello. Sounds interesting. Yes, it's basically a tabletop. It's basically a choose your own adventure, but using tabletop rules for Call of Cthulhu. Epstein. Bernard Epstein is dead. Charlie left. So hopefully learn much possible about North Hanina Valley. We have 2 companions. We could go to 324 for the information at Fort McDonald. Or we go to 600 if it's just the 3 of us. I feel like I would want to go to Fort McDonald and do some research first if possible. We get 1 point for that. 1 Hanina point. If you would take a side trip from your general course towards Fort McDonald, let's go ahead and go to Fort McDonald. We're going to do some research. So we have 2 companions. So we're going to go to 324 because Charlie's gone. He's not coming. He's too scared, which I don't blame him. But I'm an idiot. 324. Healing time. Add 1 hit point to each of you and your companions if you need healing. We don't. You and the 2 students travel over trackless woods on short rations and under the climate that increasingly cools as the short summer declines into the rugged subarctic autumn. I'm not sure what is going on here. Maybe I should have just gone on without doing this. We need to roll a d6 and see what happens. 3. 1, 2, 3. We need to go to 557. Okay. I wonder if we're just going to die. I thought we were going to Fort McDonald. 557. Avoiding a riverside marsh, your party follows you through a forest of mature larch. Succeed at a track. Okay, we get another Hanina point. Track. Now my track is 30%. Who's left in the group? I bet neither one of them have track. Neither Norman nor Sylvia have track. 557. 02! Yes, we succeeded. Holy mackerel. Track. Let's check it off. Succeed at track and go to 558. You notice slight tracks through the woods. You bend closer to the ground and decide they were left by moccasin-clad humans. You guess that the travelers were Indians, probably ones with little contact with white traders. To follow the tracks, go to 559. To attempt to avoid the Indians, go to 572. See, choices. I think we should follow the tracks. 559, to attempt to avoid the Indians, go to 572. We're going to try to follow them. Let's see if this means our death. Having followed the Indian trail for almost a mile, you finally hear a mutter of voices. Crawling up to a massive... Oh no, we're sneaking around again. Last time we snuck, our character died. Crawling up to a mass of bearberry bushes, you part them enough to see the other side. There, in the shadows of the larches... you observe several Indians. Anthropologically, you judge them members of the Sarsi tribe, apparently a very isolated group, since their skin shirts, leggings, and woodland-style moccasins indicate minimal contact with the outside. You see 19th century rifles, several single-shot weapons among them. We can stand up and greet the Indians. We can stay where we are and watch a while longer. Or we will fail at hiding. I can't remember if the natives up here are supposed to be friendly or not. I'm gonna greet them because if I try to hide and I fail, they're probably gonna be very offended. So 560. At the first sight of you, the Indians raise their weapons and advance. To make a peace sign and stand your ground, go to 561. To run, 574. Okay, 561. We're going to try to keep this peaceful. Another point. You make no move to defend yourself as the Indian hunters close in around you and take the rifle from your hand, the knife from your belt. More hurry past you. The process of Norman and Sylvia marked their seizure. Not so roughly, you admonished. This is the 20th century, not the wild frontier. Silence, grumbles one of the Sarsi in the tribal tongue, of which you have a smattering. Then your captors take the three of you down to a spot where you first saw them. Oh, God. Go to 562. When you arrive there, you observe that you are not the only prisoners of the band. An Indian girl, seemingly also of the Sarsi, rests beside a tree trunk, bound hand and foot. The leader of the hunters fires some gruff instructions to his men. His words are too rapidly spoken for your faulty knowledge of the dialect, but the subsequent actions are clear. The girl is quickly freed of her bonds. Rubbing her wrists to restore the circulation, she is wordlessly accepted back into the clan's rank as a member in good standing. They're going to kill us. 2. I had to roll a die. Even go to 571. Odd go to 566. Oh, I forgot to mark 562. Another Hermina point. Even go to 571. If your party has already visited the Valley of Prehistoric Survivals, go to 566. If not, go to 563. Well, we have not. So we're going to 563. Another Hermina point. This thing jumps you around a lot. Whatever the reason, the Indians are most interested in young Sylvia Davidson. They seize and bind her. Angrily, you bark a curse at the sinister crew and try to throw off those holding you. Your reward is a hard buffet across the face, which causes you a bloody nose and 1 hit point. Hit points. I'm down to 14. You terrible savages! Now, well secured, Sylvia is placed against a tree and tied to it, like some sort of offering in the forest. Doctor, she cries, but you can do nothing. The Indians shove you and Norman ahead of them as they gather their gear and leave the spot. Forced to accompany them, you listen with misery while Sylvia's sobs fade into the distance. Once you're well away from the spot, the Indians lose interest in you. They tie up tie up you both, and vanish into the twilight forest. Generously, they leave your weapons nearby. Desperate to get back to Sylvia before who knows what fate befalls her in the darkness, you and Norman struggle with your rawhide bindings. Add your strength and dex, then roll that sum or less on 1d100. My strength is a 14, my dex is a 12, so 26. Oh, gosh. If you fail, Norman may make an attempt. All right, let's try. 26%. Not a lot. I got a 34. It's a fail. Norman can try. Norman is still with me. Wait. Yeah, Norman. Norman's strength is a 12, and his dex is a 14. He's also got a 26. Come on, Norman. 86. All right, so we both failed. If both of you fail, you may each try one more time. All right. 26. 966. All right, Norman's also a 26. Come on, Norman. 21! Holy crap, we did it. I can't believe it. If you succeed this time, go to 565. All right, 565. And another Hanina point. All right, so we're going to avoid the natives in the future. 565. Okay, 565. Takes a long time to get free of your bindings. When you finally do, full night is upon the forest, and the wolves are maintaining a threatening chorus. We'll never find our way back by night, you tell Norman, and retire to a natural shelter in case of animal attack. With the dawn, you track your day-old trail back to the place where you left Sylvia. Only, you do not find her. The rawhide cords are broken, snapped by a strength far greater than Sylvia's, and her tracks do not leave the tree. Instead, something else's do. All right, we can follow the tracks or to give her up for lost. Every time we investigate, this is worth a point, Hanina point. Every time we investigate, no, you know what? Let's follow. There's no blood. It doesn't say anything about any blood. There's no body parts. Maybe she's alive. We have to find out. That's 565. So we're gonna die. We got to go to 128. This is actually a lot more fun than I thought it would be, but it is also more fun kind of doing it for people rather than just reading these myself. Okay, it's just me and Norman. Oh my gosh. We're not going to mark Sylvia off yet. Maybe we can rescue her. With Norman beset with misgivings, but bravely following, you do your best to follow the trail of Sylvia's abductor. Make a successful track. All right, I've got 30 in track. What has Norman got? Norman has got 15. Okay. Damn it, I wish we still had Charlie. 30. 30 or less. 13! Holy crap, we made it. Holy crap, I can't believe we made it. That's twice I've made track rolls. All right. Where are we at? We're at 128. 2 Hanina points. We succeed. We go to 188. 188. This might not be a good thing. Hold on. Every time they do that, we just gotta give them a second. I'm still hurt. Did I not get any healing? Man. 188. Oh my gosh. Okay, it doesn't say the end. I'm looking at each one either says the end or the Hanina points that you get from actually doing this. So we're not there yet. Where are we time-wise? 4:34. This is going to run till about 5 o'clock. And then hopefully end in a cliffhanger. Or we're dead. And then we're done with this one and we'll move on to the next. The trail occasionally fades over rock and scree or disappears entirely when the abductor wades through sloughs and ponds. Even so, your tracking skill is up to every obstacle. The manner of the creature which you follow fills you with wonder. Its feet are huge. Oh, great. From heel to toe, the track measures 15 inches. This is something they could have mentioned before. You remember legends of a gigantic ape man haunting the Northland. But whatever else the giant is, he is a tireless marcher. Twice, she's dead. Twice you have to sleep along the trail. Only an occasional rag of clothing or scratched word in the sand keeps you from losing hope. Holy crap, Sylvia is still alive. At long last, you and Norman come to a stream-cut canyon enclosed by the Ram Mountains. The tracks parallel the creek and seem very fresh. You follow them eagerly, but are disappointed to come up to a fissure in the rock wall. through which the stream spurts and the tracks vanish. It will be hard to wade safely through the fast water to enter the hidden valley beyond the cliffside, but you must if you hope ever to rescue Sylvia. To turn back, go to 279. No, we're not going to turn back. We probably should. To continue on, make a successful Dex times 5 roll and go to 226. Fail it and go to 189. Okay. This is 188. We get 2 more Hanina points. Successful Dex times 5. That's an 80. I should be able to make this roll. What's Norman's Dex? Norman's Dex is only 14. I've already gotten the Hanina points. Come on. Yes, 42 is a success. Go to 226. We're still armed, so that's something. 226. Oh my gosh, this looks bad. Alright. So, your and Norman's determination to rescue Sylvia from her abductor gives you both the added strength you need to get safely through the torrent. But afterwards, wearied by your ordeal, you must crawl from the stream and rest upon the black sand around it. As soon as you've caught your breath, you notice that the atmosphere is more like Florida than Canada. The flora is completely strange. Gone are the bearberries, the firs, and the subarctic shrubs. Blah, blah. Tales come back to you. Yarns of an enclave warmed by hot springs and the Chinook winds. Does the legend have root, branch, and trunk, in fact? But for now, Sylvia's rescue is paramount. Try a track. Oh no, not another track. Alright. Again, our track is only 30%. Come on. We've been doing so well with this. 47 is a fail. Curses. We get 6 points for the Hanina. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Alright. 6 Hanina points. We missed, so we're going to 277. Damn it. We lost the trail. I will probably never see Sylvia again. That is so disappointing. By accident or cunning, the creature's trail vanishes into the stream. Try as you might, you cannot pick up the spoor. To abandon the quest and return to civilization, go to 278. To give up the search but explore the Lost Valley, go to 38. To search randomly for Sylvia, which is what every player character is going to do, go to 292. That's what we're doing. We get 2 more Hanina points. The problem is we have to get back to civilization alive for these points to mean anything. Well, there's a small chance somebody's going to find my notebook. I mean, my brother died the first day of the expedition, so we're going to go to 292. We're going to keep searching. We've got to try to find her. Randomly searching seems stupid, but you and Norman search desperately for signs that Sylvia has gone this way. But while seeking, you may also be sought. That's not good. 2 more Hanina points. They're already on there. We need to roll a 6-sided die to see what happens. I rolled a 4. 4 to 5 takes us to 315. We're armed. I got a 30-06 rifle. 315 or 316? 315. 315. Unlike the mammal and plant life, the bird population contains species quite familiar to you. Terns, curlews, geese. As you cross a slough heavily grown with sedge, rushes, and reeds, you reflect that Nadelmann's lost land shall not add many new species to the science of ornithology. Wow, I am distracted. But you're mistaken. There's a phone up here. What a strange bird cry. I don't know if y'all can hear the phone ringing. No idea who that is. But you are mistaken. A powerful, harsh call startles the two of you. A head stabs out from the swamp growth. It's a bird as tall as an ostrich with a heavier neck and breast muscles. Its talons are long and curved. Its beak is like an eagle's, a giant carnivorous bird. It looks like it could kill and eat a buffalo if it wanted to. Each armed member of your party may shoot at the bird at 366, or you may run from it. No, we're going to shoot this thing. I don't think we can outrun a bird. Florida Canada man took Sylvia. Right? Florida Canada man! Sorry, I'm getting really kind of into this. Alright, so Norman's actually got 50% with the rifle. 2d6 plus 3 damage. And I have got 40% with my 30-06. So, your party may shoot at the bird, 366. We were kind of expecting this kind of crap. Oh, wait, I get 2 more points. 1, 2. We're going to 366. Let's see if we can do this. Each of you may get off 1 shot per rifle at normal range, plus a bonus shot at point blank range if the shooter succeeds at a Dex times 5 roll. Okay. And it tells how much damage we have to do to kill it. We're going to do these on screen. This is combat. So we're going to do myself first. I have a 40% chance with a 30-06. Let's go ahead and give me my 2 Hanina points. We're up to 51. We're actually coming quite a few. So I'm first. 40% chance. So 40 or less is a hit. Our first combat in this game. 37. Bam! Shot him. Heck yes. 2d6 plus 3 points of damage. That is pretty good. Bang! Ba-bam! 2d6 plus 3. 5, 7, 10 points of damage. Where am I going to write this down? I need to... Here. We have a tiny little... very dusty... So I did 10 points. Norman is firing at the same time. Boom! Norman has a 50% chance with his rifle, with his hunting rifle, which is also a 30-06. You know what? We should do it like I always try to get my players to do it. Do the attack and damage rolls all at the same time. He got an 05. Let's see. 50%. That's an impale, which does double damage, because an 05 is 1/5 of a 50. 1/5 of 50 is 10 or less. So that's an impale. So he does 8 plus 3 is 11. And then he also does an additional. I looked up the rules for 3rd edition, or for 2nd edition, and you just roll the damage twice for an impale. An additional 10 points. We did a total of 31 points of damage to this bird. Boom, boom, boom. What is this? 366. Oh, success! We finally had a success. I'm so happy. I'm stupidly happy. Yeah. All right. So we're at 366. If you inflict 10 or more damage points, go to 399. We did a lot more than 10. 399. Raw! The bird monster squawks and topples into the mire, spasmodically kicking as it slowly dies. Taking the head of this long thought extinct carnivore can provide evidence of your discovery if you are lucky enough to get back to civilization. You've done everything you can in the Lost Valley with your limited resources, so start back at 361. Well, damn it, we didn't find Sylvia. That's super disappointing. All right, 361. Miraculously eluding additional dangers, you and Norman make it back to the exit from the Lost Land. The swift water gives you some nervous moments, but you cross safely. Wait. I didn't give myself Hanina points for this bird. I get 1. Boop. I get 1 for 361. Go to 279. 279. Sylvia's dead. Or she's being bred with some kind of weird Sasquatch man. Let's put that aside. We don't need it at the moment. What did I say? 279. Healing time! Add 1 additional hit point to yourself and any companions if you need healing. The way promises to be long and hard for both of you. For both you and Norman. Roll 1d6. Alright, so I'm back up to 15 hit points. Roll 1d6 and let's see what happens. 4. 4 is going to take us to 298, and this is worth 1 Hanina point. We didn't get many. 298. Wait, really? 279. Wait, where was I? 279. 1, 3, 4, 298. Yeah, 298. Okay. Oh, the chapters are just by the numbers, so it's easier to find the numbers. It's not like sections. It's just here's where 300 starts. So, all right, 298. Let me take another sip of this. Norman's nerves are worn to the snapping point. The baying of the wolves has upset him. To humor him, you look to stop at a cave which you chance upon for the night. No. We should feel more secure inside. He should feel more secure inside. Luck seems to turn up when you're able to kill a snowshoe hare for supper. But while dining, the woods fall silent. The owls, the crickets, even the wolves cease their calling. A menace, yet unseen, pervades the twilight. To stoke the flames higher to warn off the threat, go to 329. To kill the flames, to help you hide, go to 333. My instinct is to hide the flames. Because whatever the owls, the crickets, the wolves go quiet, that's not natural. Whatever's out there is oh, I hope we survive. We are going to kill the flames to try to hide. 1 Hanina point. I don't think I've gotten it yet. We're going to 333. I'm trying not to look at the ends of these to see if they say, "The end!" Under the cloak of the dank darkness, the two of you hide from the creatures outside. You hear their many pairs of strange-sounding feet scuttling close by. Both you and Norman try to hide. Oh no! We have to both succeed? Wait. What was my other choice? 329? Yeah, okay. I did make the right choice. If we'd stoked the flames, the things would have come right at us. Damn it. Okay. Where's the 333? I cheated a little looking, but I wasn't changing our stuff. Okay, 1 Hanina point. We both have to succeed at a hide. My hide for her is 40, which is not great. Norman's hide, well, Sylvia's gone. Might as well mark her off too. Jeez, I lost a lot of grad students on this trip. Norman's hide is 45. All right, this seems like it's a very important roll. So we are going to do it in front of the camera. So we'll do me first. I'm 40. I feel like I should just max out hide and sneak, and then just everything else can go to hell. Oh, 4. Holy crap. I'm a crit. That's a, well, there are no impales or crit successes. All right. That's 1. That's 1. We both have to make it. Okay. Norman's got to roll 45 or less or we're caught and just our heads are put into, our brains are going to be put away. I don't want to make this roll. Okay, come on, Norman. Come on. Go! 64! Damn it. Well, they found Norman. They didn't find me. 333. If either fails, go to 335. And 1 Hanina point. Did I already mark that? I can't remember. They know that you're in the cave. You hear a hissing crackle and feel a numbing blast of cold. To fight it out with these bizarre attackers, go to 380. To bolt from the cave, abandoning Norman, go to 330. No, I can't look. I can't cheat. I cannot cheat. What is this? 335. That's a Hanina point. I run. I'm running. Norman's on his own. I run. I'm bolting from the cave. Abandoning Norman. 330. So we're definitely going to 330. I'm going to look at 380 real quick. Yeah. Fighting it out. I just read, and basically you got to make several hits with the rifles, or else game over. I'm a terrible person. I abandoned my last grad student. 330. Flushed from the cave, intent upon personal survival only, you dive for the thickets to escape the strange attackers. Succeed in a luck roll and go to 336. Miss it and go to 516. 1 more Hanina point. This place sucks. Luck. This is another one that actually is pretty important. So we're gonna do this. Her luck is 85. Come on, baby. 30 is a success. I'll take it. Take whatever I can right now. Um, Succeed in the luck roll and go to 336. Man, we're still just right around this 330s. You run until you fall, utterly spent. You look back, seeing nothing, hearing nothing. Having escaped your pursuers, you sigh with relief, but now you must face the big woods alone. Go to 67. I'm sorry, Norman. I panicked. I wanted to live. I want to get back to civilization. That's my only goal now. 67. Oh, wait. 336 is worth another Hanina point. And we're going to 67. 67. Healing time. I don't need it. We've been avoiding fighting things for the most part, except for that big bird. Despondent over the loss of your companions and the prospects of the trek through the wilderness, the wildest stretch of the Northwest Territory, you ram your way through the bush with heedless violence. Thunder rumbles in the western mountains like the echo of distant drums. The peaks fade into a lowering canopy of clouds. You wade a small river, then cross a pine ridge. The scenery blurs together as you go. In the days that follow, you must try to fish with your bare hands, eat whatever you can kill, and take the berries that grow along the way. You are undergoing a test that would daunt a seasoned frontiersman. Okay. Succeed with a woodcraft roll. Let's see. Let's mark our Hanina points for this, for 67. Woodcraft. I did not put much into woodcraft. It's 40. Actually, that's not too shabby. Here's another one. I feel like this is an important role. I just want to guarantee transparency. There are no heroes in Cthulhu. Right? We might have been able to fight them off, but if they're Migo, oh my god. Migo are tough. And they got my brother. Alright, so what do we need? A woodcraft at 40%. 95. Alright, so that's a fail. And it is a fail. Oh no. No, Laura, I want you to live. Your brother died. I wanted you to live. Okay, so miss and roll a d6 and it tells us where to go. So these are possible. We might die here right now. A 5. Rolled a 5. 5 takes us to 126. This is interesting that certain ones take you to different places with a random roll. I like that. 126. 126. This is fun. I'm having a blast. I really have never really cared for these kind of solo adventures. I've played some on my own, but I'm having a blast here. The berries, game, and other edibles seemingly have abandoned the shores of the North Hanina. You face imminent starvation. While wandering the shoals of the riverside, vainly attempting to spear fish with a sharpened pole, you find an abandoned canoe. To use it to dare the rough water ahead, go to 242. To leave it behind, go to 119. What's my boating? My boating's only 30%. Crap. I want to just jump in and just go. It's downstream. Uh, 126 gives us 1 Hanina point. The rough water ahead. No, if the water looks rough, I'm not good enough alone. Charlie's the one who got us through bad water before. We're going to go to 119. I'm going to peek at 242 just to see what would have happened. Make a boating check. Hold on. Yeah, you got to make a boating check. I knew it. So we're going to 119, which will hopefully... Oh no. Day by day, the specter of starvation shadows your trek. You fail to find sufficient food and are racked with hunger spasms and become weakened and lethargic. As you trudge along the gameless shores of the North Hanina, you suddenly feel a presence. Oh no, it should have taken the boat and died and drowned. This sensation yields no comfort, for it's an oppressive thing, evil and stifling. It saps your last strength and forces you to your knees in the pebbly sand. Some spirit of the wilderness is trying to crush your will, make you its own. The power of the psychic attack is 4d6. Okay? Work out the results of the attack on the resistance table versus your own power. My power is a 17. That's solid. Versus your power. If your power prevails, go to 120. If not, go to 162. Okay. So, We're going to do all this on camera because this is probably going to be the end of me if I don't resist. So, and I've got to go pull out the resistance table too. 455. We're gonna finish up, I think, because we're probably very close to the end. Ooh, that's not as that's worse. Okay, so we got 11, 12. It's a 13. So resistance. Let's find the resistance table. This is something I never liked. Was the resistance table? I was glad when they got rid of it. It was always more of a hassle than I thought it was worth. Let's see. Okay, so resistance. So, work out the results of the attack on the resistance table versus your own power if your power prevails. So, we have got I'm the active characteristic of 17. It's the passive of 13. I have a 70% chance of success, right? 13, 11, 13, right? Yeah, I have a 70% because mine's a 17 versus its 13. 17, 13. Yeah, because I'm the active characteristic and he's the passive. My 17's greater than his 13. I think that's how it works. Resistance, active characteristic. Hold on. Resistance tables roll. The final method of determining success is by using make it easy to figure out if the character succeeds, pitting characteristics of his against someone else's. Tables ready to use version of the formula. Blah 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 blah. Take the active person's characteristics, 17. Then find the passive object's characteristics on the left-hand vertical. Cross-index them. Character one's open to stuck door. Sometimes it's more appropriate to pit one character against another. For example, if a character's trying to lift his friend, formula is determined. Yeah, yeah. I've got a higher power, so I have a 70% chance of success here. Where are we at? 119. I haven't given myself Hanina points for this yet because we're going to see if 70% chance of success. 32 is a success. Hell yes. I just want to get back to civilization at this point. 119, we get a Hanina point. And we succeeded. If your power prevails, go to 120. Of a sudden, the psychic pressure of the evil spirit evaporates, but you still face death by hunger. Roll your power times 3. If you succeed, go to 161. If you fail, go to 68. 6 Hanina points. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. At 120. Power times 3. Power is 17. 17 times 3 is... Where is my little... Oops. Let's put this stuff back in the box. Okay, that really came in handy, the whole resistance table thing. So, 17 times 3. 3 times 7 is 21. Ooh. There's only a 51% chance of success here. Alright, again for transparency. 51 or less is a success. We're at 120. I already marked the 6 points. Yeah. 25 is a success. 161. We go to 161 on a success. Alright. I just want to survive at this point, to be quite honest. 161. When your sense is clear, you find yourself wrapped in heavy pelts, confined, surrounded by dark presences. You blurt out an alarmed cry, but strong hands and reassurances in broken English steady you. We find you wandering in the woods. We find you wandering in the woods. Rest. Soon we shall reach Fort of Mounties. You be safe there. Your rescuers are Indian hunters. You lay in the bottom of a canoe which the Indians paddle swiftly downstream. You rest quietly, too weak to ask questions. As they promise, you eventually reach Fort McDonald. The Mounties listen to your story and ask you what happened to your companions. Go to 433. They're going to arrest my ass for murder or some crap. 433. 433. If you have lost any members of your party or have confirmed their death, multiply the number of such losses by 15. Roll 1d100 greater... Hold on. If you have lost any members of your party or have confirmed their death, multiply the number... I've lost 2. Multiply the number of such losses by... I've lost 3. By 15, roll 1d100 greater than the product and go greater than is 530, equal to or less is 531. That's 45. This is probably going to send my ass to jail for murder. So I've lost 3 people. I'm going to be honest. 0 HM. Okay. So let's see what happens. 433? Yeah, I wrote it down. 37. Um, the roll's greater than the product, go to 530. If the roll's equal to, go 531. Yeah, they're probably going to take my ass to jail or execute me. 531. Even after all this, I'm going to be prosecuted. I don't want to confirm any of these deaths. When your report of your party's misfortunes is analyzed by the Canadian authorities, they formally charge you with wrongdoing and neglect. Crap. Go to 538. Damn it. What was 530? They could have absolved me, but... Okay, here it is. Last entry. This is good, actually good stopping point. Whoops. What was that going to take me? 529. Well, we didn't. We go to 538. Following a trial lasting weeks, you are convicted of gross negligence and contributory manslaughter. You spend a year in a Canadian penitentiary, then are paroled. Once you are free to leave Canada, you return to a ruined career in the USA. You've lost your position at Miskatonic at Boston University. We said she was teaching at Boston. The evidence you brought back from your expedition has been neglected during the trial and confinement. The eagle head. Oh, I left it behind in the cave. All the most important has been lost or ruined. Your attempt to publicize your findings only draws yellow press attacks, characterizing you as a moral cretin willing to sacrifice human life for selfish scientific glory. You vanish from public notice with the dawning of the Great Depression. To represent the dubious reception of any work you do, reduce your Hanini mythos by half. Round down any fractions. Right now, we've got 72 points. So half of that is what? 36. So we end on 36. Man, this is tough. So 36 to 60 HM is a limited success. Lost all 3 grad students, despite trying to save Sylvia. And my career is ruined. Our reputation is destroyed. That's a pretty Cthulhu-ish end. Pretty Call of Cthulhu end. So there is the sad story of Laura, Christine Nadelmann, the twin sister. Oh, pardon me. And actually her age was 30, because this was in 1926, 1 year later. Thus ends the story of Laura Nadelmann. Her career destroyed. A few years later, during the Great Depression, who knows? Rip run. She lived, though. She lived. At least Laura lived. She never found the body of her brother, who died really fast, like 20 minutes in to this thing. He is dead. All right. Okay. That was fun. That was a good time. I did not do well. I maybe should have stayed and tried to fight off the Migo with the second grad student, but it's like, run away. I left the giant eagle head behind. I had no proof. That was pretty cool. I enjoyed that. I enjoyed that a lot. So that was Alone Against the Wendigo. As I said, I thought this would last a lot longer. I thought it would take us a lot longer to play this, but man, both of them just were like, whoa. I think the second one took us about an hour. The first one only took us like 20 minutes, less time than it took for me to do the introduction and talk about the scenario and Call of Cthulhu 2nd Edition, all that stuff. So I guess we won't be playing this next week. Next week, I'm going to play Alone Against the Dark, the original Alone Against the Dark. Now, Alone Against the Wendigo was reprinted. I got this from Wikipedia. There it is, Alone Against the Frost. What we're going to do next week will be Alone Against the Dark, the original, which is also 2nd edition. That was published in 1985. And we will try that one out and see how that one does for us. I have not even looked at Alone Against the Dark yet. I have a copy. I went ahead and bought it at one point. I was like, this will be cool to own. Um, see how long that takes us. If it's as quick as this, which it might be, I really thought this would take a lot longer. But wow, just zip zip stuff happens. And I guess I don't do a lot of like role play, like oh no Norman or whatever. I'll try to do that a little bit more next time maybe. This didn't really seem to. There was not a lot of like discussion. We didn't do much research. We just were looking for this place. Um, then after that will be Alone Against the Flames, which was put out in 2015 for Cthulhu, Call of Cthulhu 7th edition. After that is Alone Against the Frost, which is Alone Against the Dark, or Alone Against the Wendigo. Once again. Wait, didn't they reprint Alone Against the Dark? No, no, okay. So then it'd be Alone Against the Flames, Call of Cthulhu 7th. Then the new Alone Against the Dark. We're going to compare the two. Because that was put out in 2017. Then Alone Against the Frost, which is the remake of Alone Against the Wendigo. We'll see how different that is. We might need to rename some of the characters. Maybe it'll be 1927 for the Alone Against the Frost. But see, I haven't really read through any of these yet, or looked at them even, or done anything with them. And then finally, Alone Against the Tide, which was published in 2020. Currently, there's talk of Alone Against the. I don't remember what it's called. That is in production and has not yet been released. Alone Against the. Crap. I can't remember what it's called. It's like electricity. Alone Against the. It's not Alone Against electricity, but it deals with electricity. I am going to go ahead and I'll write role playing journals for these two poor souls. Poor Lawrence did not last long. He should not gone up that little side stream. And his sister at least made it back alive, surprisingly. um, I was hoping she would live. I was really trying hard to get her to live, so I'm happy about that. Yeah, but that was a lot of fun, actually. That was a hell of a lot of fun. That the thing is, I had a few people watching, which was helpful. And knowing that this is going to end up on this whole thing is going to end up on YouTube, I can't cheat. I get very tempted to cheat if I play these by myself, or I don't know. I don't know. So this helps me not to cheat. Is that this is actually affecting. There are other people around. Because if I cheat, I'm only cheating myself if I do it when I'm just doing it. But with you guys watching my rolls, and some of those rolls are pretty close. Man, I put stuff in the wrong skills. I tell you what, we only used. Oh, I can make. Let's see if her track skill goes up after she gets back to civilization. She has to roll 31 or better. Here, I'll let y'all observe this. We will go ahead because this is a thing for second edition. If I roll higher than a 79, I rolled higher than a 30 for her track, which she used successfully a couple times. She gets 1d6 added to track, so her track goes up to 33. Let's see. Year in prison, lost job, reputation ruined. But I can always bring her back as an NPC or something if I run another 20s game. I've got one other one. I ran. There's a solo game called Grimrock Island, which I did run just sitting myself. And I made up an investigator for it and everything. It didn't have any pre-gen. It's from a third party. I think it might be Grenadier, but I can't remember who actually made it. You know what? I can look it up. It'll take like 5 seconds. Grimrock Isle. Grimrock Isle. Here we go. It is by Scott Anielski. Triad Entertainments. Triad Entertainments. They did some third party Call of Cthulhu stuff. Oh yeah. He is dead. Well, as good as dead. Poor Lawrence Christian Nadelmann. And I played that and I had a pretty good time. I don't believe it came. It might have come with a. It might have come with a pre-gen. I don't remember. I know I set up a character for it and everything. This was a lot of fun. Not having to push, being able to push rolls, or I don't burn luck personally. You can burn luck to actually allow yourself to succeed at roles you would otherwise fail. But I've just never been a fan of that. It seems to go against the whole fatalness of Call of Cthulhu. Um, where am I? There I am. There I am. But anyway, uh, so we're gonna wrap up here. It's 5:10. We've gone a little over. I didn't put up enough ads. I totally forgot. They don't seem to be working anyway. So whatevs. And oh shit, I gotta be careful. I banged my desk during a game one time, and then my whole computer got jarred enough that it restarted, and that was not cool. So I gotta be careful about that. Anyway, that's it for tonight. Next time we'll play Alone Against the Dark. The original from 19, I think that was also 1985. 1985. We'll play the original there again, and we'll see how we do that time. We'll be setting up our character. I don't know if they have a completed character, if they want us to set up a character, how that one's going to work out. We're going to find out then. I'm going to have the second edition rules because that was also released for Call of Cthulhu second edition, so we're ready for that. And yeah, Wally One says thanks, Max. See you next time. Hey, thank you so much for stopping by. I really appreciate it. Uh, that was fun. All right, so thanks for watching, everybody, and I will talk to y'all next time.